Consider this carefully, for it touches upon the very essence of human aspiration and the elusive nature of true achievement. What if the singular force separating you from the wealth you envision, the lasting success you deeply desire, the profound impact you were born to make, is not mere fortune, nor expansive networks, nor even endless, exhaustive toil? This is not a question I pose lightly. It stems from decades of relentless study, from observing the intimate lives of the most successful men and women, distilling their collective wisdom into immutable principles. It suggests that our common understanding of wealth creation, of personal ascendancy, might be fundamentally flawed. To ignore this insight is to perpetuate a cycle of struggle, leaving vast potential dormant, squandering precious time on ineffective pursuits. Are you truly satisfied with the trajectory of your efforts? Have you deeply questioned the conventional wisdom that dictates your path? Perhaps it is time for a more discerning lens. Many pursue prosperity through sheer brute force, long hours, and constant struggle, believing effort alone opens the floodgates. They exhaust themselves on paths yielding marginal gains, never questioning the fundamental strategy, never pausing to analyze the true engines of progress. This is an exercise in futility, a treadmill of disappointment. Others chase fleeting trends, moving from one unfulfilled promise to the next, adrift in unapplied information, always seeking external validation rather than cultivating internal strength. Their foundations are built on shifting sands. Still others lament a perceived lack of inherited advantage, powerful connections, or the seemingly random distribution of luck. But I tell you, these perspectives, while understandable, often miss the profound, often overlooked truth that governs genuine accumulation, influence, and personal power. The world demands more than generalized effort. It rewards specific, undeniable value, cultivated with deliberate, unwavering intent. This crucial distinction often marks the boundary between perpetual striving and ultimate mastery. It is a line in the sand you must cross. I speak of something far more precise, a principle so potent, so universally applicable, that once recognized and cultivated, it acts as a veritable engine of achievement. It is a profound truth I identified through extensive observation, a concept I termed the ultimate catalyst. It resides not in what you have, but in what you become. It is a state of being, a cultivated capacity that transcends the ordinary, setting you apart. Have you ever wondered why some individuals from humble beginnings rise to unparalleled prominence and financial independence, while others, equally intelligent and industrious, remain perpetually tethered to mediocrity? The answer is not mystical. It is a matter of principle, diligently applied, a principle unlocking unparalleled leverage in the marketplace of ideas and innovation, setting individuals apart as truly indispensable. This is not about magic. It is about method, focus, and unwavering belief in your own capacity for growth. This principle is within your grasp. It requires not a radical change in external circumstances, but a fundamental shift in internal focus, a deliberate reorientation of your mental energies. It demands an investment of self, a commitment to mastery few undertake, yet which yields dividends beyond measure. It is the very foundation upon which great enterprises are built, innovations forged, leaders emerge. It is the secret language of those who truly thrive, who shape destinies with conscious, deliberate intent, bending circumstances to their will through the sheer force of their specialized contribution. This is not for the faint of heart, but for those with an indomitable spirit, ready to redefine their potential and impact, to cease being merely a participant and become a true architect of their own fate. This journey requires courage, vision, and sustained mental effort, a relentless pursuit of personal excellence. For 90 days, I issue a solemn challenge to you, the seeker, the aspiring achiever. For 90 days, pursue this profound truth with unwavering focus. Immerse yourself in its application. Allow it to permeate every fiber of your being. This is not a casual recommendation. It is an imperative. It is not a fleeting suggestion. It is an invitation to profound metamorphosis. Embrace this journey with every ounce of your will, every fiber of your determination. Allow the principles to guide your thoughts, actions, and very perception of reality. Do not underestimate the power of this focused temporal commitment. It is precisely through such dedicated intensity that ordinary efforts are transmuted into extraordinary results, creating a ripple effect that touches every facet of your life, establishing a new equilibrium of capability and opportunity, an undeniable transformation that will resonate through your entire future. What does this challenge entail? It means shedding old assumptions, dismantling mental barriers, and daring to believe in your capacity for sustained, impactful creation. It means cultivating a particular mental discipline, a specialized personal power that, once acquired, becomes an inexhaustible resource. It means transitioning from mere wanting to decisive doing, from passive consumption to active production of value. You are not simply to acquire information. You are to undergo a transformation so complete that your internal landscape shifts, and with it, your external reality. You are to build something within yourself that cannot be taken away, something that will serve as your perpetual advantage in any endeavor you choose, rendering you genuinely indispensable to the world around you, a beacon of expertly applied wisdom. This is the cornerstone of true security. At its conclusion, after these 90 days of dedicated self-application, I assure you with absolute certainty, you will find that you will not recognize the person you are today. The individual who began this journey, perhaps filled with doubt or uncertainty, seeking answers, will have been replaced by a more formidable, more capable, more self-possessed version of yourself. Your perspectives will have broadened, your capabilities sharpened, your inner resolve solidified. You will have, in effect, engineered your own personal revolution, a triumph of will and focused intention, leaving behind the shadows of indecision and embracing the clarity of purpose. Are you prepared to accept this grand undertaking? Are you ready to step beyond conventional thinking and discover the true power that resides within a focused, cultivated mind? Your transformation awaits. The time for indecision has passed. The time for deliberate action is unequivocally now. Your future self demands this commitment. Reflect for a moment and observe the world around you. We find ourselves, do we not, in an era of unprecedented information. Every device, every fleeting moment offers an avalanche of data, an endless stream of facts, opinions, and strategies. It is a vast ocean, seemingly boundless, yet I ask you to consider its true effect. Are we truly empowered by this ceaseless tide of knowledge, or are we, in fact, drowning in it? Observe the perpetual learners, those who consume article after article, podcast after podcast, seminar after seminar. They are endlessly engaged in the act of learning, yet their lives, their fortunes, their impact on the world often remain stubbornly unchanged, static, or worse, in decline. They possess a broad, shimmering surface of understanding, yet their foundations often lack the necessary depth, the penetrating insight required for substantial achievement. This phenomenon, this paradox of information abundance, coupled with a scarcity of meaningful results, reveals a profound, yet commonly overlooked, invisible barrier. It is a psychological construct, a collective misconception that has been subtly ingrained within us. We are taught from our earliest days the virtue of knowing a little about a lot, of being well-rounded, broadly informed. This generalist approach, while superficially appearing beneficial, often becomes a significant impediment to the accumulation of genuine wealth and influence. It cultivates a superficiality of thought, an inability to penetrate the deeper strata of any given subject. It keeps one perpetually in the realm of theory, detached from the crucible of practical application, where true value is forged. Consider the energy expended by individuals constantly chasing the next piece of information, flitting from one topic to another, never allowing their mental faculties to settle, to truly grapple with a single subject until mastery is achieved. This fractured focus, this shallow engagement, prevents the mind from developing that singular, potent strength, that unwavering conviction that comes from deeply understanding and applying a specific body of knowledge. It is akin to a farmer scattering seeds indiscriminately across a vast field, none receiving the concentrated care necessary to yield a bountiful harvest. The result is often a perpetual state of being perpetually almost there, perpetually about to start, but never truly breaking through, never achieving the critical mass of specialized insight that commands reward. The flaw in this broad, generalized approach, as I observed in the lives of the most successful men and women, lies in its inability to create unique value. When everyone knows a little about everything, no one knows enough about anything to become truly indispensable. You become a cog in a vast machine, easily replaceable, your contributions indistinguishable from the next person's. This is the very antithesis of wealth creation, which thrives on unique, undeniable value, on solutions to specific problems that others cannot readily provide. This endless acquisition of surface-level facts, this obsession with being well-informed, effectively paralyzes individuals with an overwhelming array of choices, fostering indecision and preventing the focused action that leads to tangible progress. It distracts from the vital task of cultivating a specific, formidable expertise. This broad, generalized knowledge becomes, ironically, a stifling agent of wealth. It prevents deep impact because it fails to cultivate the kind of penetrating insight that allows one to solve complex problems with elegance and efficiency. It creates a state of perpetual diffusion rather than concentration. Concentration of effort, concentration of thought, and concentration of specialized knowledge are the true hallmarks of those who command vast resources and wield significant influence. When your knowledge is spread thin, your efforts are spread thin, and consequently, your rewards are diminished. You become a jack of all trades and master of none, a position from which true wealth rarely, if ever, materializes. The marketplace does not generously reward generalized competence. It reserves its highest accolades for precise, highly developed, and uniquely applied expertise. Reflect deeply on this question. What if all that information, all that ceaseless consumption of facts and figures, all that well-intended but unfocused learning is actually holding you back? What if, far from propelling you forward, it is subtly, insidiously, keeping you exactly where you are, perpetually striving, perpetually seeking, but never truly arriving at the destination of profound financial independence and self-mastery? Consider the possibility that the very quest for broader understanding, when misdirected, becomes a gilded cage, trapping you in a cycle of theoretical engagement, preventing the practical application of concentrated wisdom necessary to unlock the gates of genuine wealth. This is the common misconception, and recognizing it is the first vital step towards liberation. Having critically examined the pervasive misconception that broad, generalized knowledge inherently leads to success, we now stand at a precipice of a more profound truth, a radical revelation that forms the cornerstone of genuine achievement. My observations across hundreds of lives, rich in every sense of the word, revealed a consistent pattern, a principle so powerful, so consistently applied by those who built empires and moved mountains, that it cannot be dismissed. They understood, intuitively or through deliberate study, that the path to extraordinary wealth was not paved with a superficial understanding of many things, but with the profound, penetrating mastery of one thing, or a closely related cluster of things. This I termed specialized knowledge. It was not merely about possessing information. That is a common error. Specialized knowledge is not static. It is not a collection of facts memorized from books. It is dynamic. a living, breathing entity that, once acquired, transforms into an active, deliberate weapon in the hands of its possessor. It is the deep, intricate understanding of a particular field, a specific skill, or a niche problem that elevates one from a mere participant to an indispensable architect. It isn't just knowing something, it is knowing something so deeply, so uniquely, so comprehensively that your insights and skills become not just valuable, but truly indispensable. This distinct level of mastery acts as a veritable value multiplier where every unit of effort, every moment of focused thought yields exponentially greater returns. Consider the profound difference. General knowledge might allow you to understand that a problem exists. Specialized knowledge, however, empowers you to understand why it exists, how it manifests, and crucially, how to solve it with unmatched precision, creativity, and efficiency. You do not merely offer a generic solution from a broad menu of possibilities. You become the singular entity capable of dissecting the challenge at its core, crafting bespoke remedies that no generalist could ever conceive. This is where demand is not merely generated, but irresistibly attracted. This is where influence solidifies, not through fleeting popularity, but through undeniable expertise. And this, unequivocally, is where enduring wealth is not simply earned, but systematically built. This specialized acumen elevates your market position dramatically. It means that when a critical, complex issue arises within your domain, minds immediately turn to you. You are not one of many. You are the recognized authority, the go-to expert, the definitive answer. This transformation from replaceable to indispensable is the alchemy of specialized knowledge. It bestows upon you a unique power, a leverage that amplifies your efforts and rewards far beyond what generalized competence could ever hope to achieve. You cease to be a commodity and become a rare, precious asset, sought after and handsomely compensated for the unique value you bring. This is not happenstance. It is a direct consequence of deliberate cultivation. To articulate this further, let us consider the concept of the indispensability quotient, or IQ, in the marketplace. While traditional IQ measures cognitive abilities, your market IQ is a direct reflection of how essential your specific skills and knowledge are to the functioning and success of others or organizations. A generalist often possesses a low indispensability quotient. Their contribution, while perhaps useful, is rarely critical. A specialist, however, by virtue of their profound understanding and unique problem-solving capabilities, possesses an extraordinarily high indispensability quotient. They are the linchpin, the critical component without which significant progress grinds to a halt. This high IQ translates directly into leverage, into pricing power, into opportunities that simply bypass those who remain content with superficial understanding. It is precisely this heightened indispensability quotient that transforms specialized knowledge into a value multiplier. It's not just that you know more, it's that your knowledge is configured in such a way that it solves problems others cannot, creates opportunities others miss, and delivers results others only dream of. This makes you exceptionally valuable, and the world, in its pragmatic wisdom, always pays a premium for exceptional value. Think of the pioneers in any field, the inventor, the visionary strategist, the master craftsman. Their wealth, their influence, their enduring legacy all stemmed from a deep, almost obsessive dive into a particular domain, making them uniquely capable, uniquely authoritative, uniquely indispensable. They understood that the deepest wells yield the purest, most valuable water. So, cast aside the notion that merely accumulating more general information will pave your way to fortune. Instead, embrace this radical revelation. True wealth, lasting influence, and profound personal satisfaction spring from the cultivated wellspring of specialized knowledge. It is the deliberate choice to dig deep, to master a singular domain, to become the undeniable authority that truly differentiates the builders from the dreamers. Your journey towards wealth, therefore, begins not with seeking more knowledge broadly, but with sharpening your focus, deepening your insight, and establishing yourself as the irreplaceable expert in your chosen field. This is the profound truth that unlocks the gates to true prosperity and leaves a lasting mark on the world. Having clarified what specialized knowledge truly is, a potent value multiplier, a force for your indispensability, we must now address a critical misstep many unwittingly take on the path to acquiring it. The prevailing error, one that consistently derails promising individuals, lies in the misconception that specialized knowledge is merely about collecting credentials, amassing certifications, or accumulating academic distinctions. While these can serve as markers, they are not the essence. The true pursuit extends far beyond mere factual recall or the passive absorption of data. It demands a profound shift in mindset, a deliberate reorientation from being a consumer of information to becoming an active architect of understanding, a relentless practitioner of insight. I observed this distinction keenly. The individuals who truly mastered their domains did not simply learn more, they became their knowledge. They engaged in what I term an apprenticeship of the mind, an active, deliberate, and often arduous pursuit, where theoretical understanding is rigorously tested and refined against the unyielding anvil of reality. This is not a passive endeavor of sitting in lectures or skimming texts. It is an immersive, hands-on engagement with the subject, a constant dialogue between what is known and what can be done with that knowledge. It is the crucial bridge between abstract concept and tangible creation, between potential and actualization. Without this bridge, specialized knowledge remains dormant, a mere intellectual ornament, incapable of generating true value or commanding significant reward. The very act of acquiring specialized knowledge in its truest form is an iterative dance between learning, doing, failing, and adapting. It necessitates a willingness to plunge into the arena, to experiment boldly, to confront errors not as setbacks, but as indispensable lessons etched into the very fabric of your understanding. This demands a profound humility, an egoless commitment to the truth revealed through practical experience, even when that experience contradicts your initial assumptions. It is through this crucible of trial and error, this relentless process of refinement, that raw information is transmuted into genuine wisdom, into that intuitive grasp that allows a master to navigate complexity with an effortless grace that often bewilders the uninitiated. Your mind becomes a laboratory, constantly testing, proving, discarding, and reconstructing, building an internal framework of expertise that is robust and resilient. This process calls for an almost obsessive focus, a singular devotion to diving deeper into your chosen domain than anyone else is willing to go. It is a psychological commitment to relentless inquiry, to probing the nuances, challenging the conventional wisdom, and seeking out the hidden connections that elude the casual observer. It means embracing intellectual discomfort, wrestling with intractable problems, and staying with a challenge long after others have abandoned it in frustration. This is not merely about working hard. It is about working smartly and deeply, channeling every ounce of your mental energy into penetrating the core of your subject. It is this unwavering persistence, this relentless intellectual digging that allows you to unearth insights and develop capabilities that truly set you apart, elevating you beyond the realm of competent to that of truly extraordinary. Through this apprenticeship of the mind, this relentless cycle of application and refinement, you transcend the role of a mere follower or an informed observer. You evolve. You become a thought leader, someone whose insights shape the discourse, whose perspectives move the needle, whose innovations redefine the boundaries of what is possible within your field. Or you emerge as a master practitioner, someone whose skill is so finely honed, whose execution is so flawless, that your work becomes the benchmark against which all others are measured. You are no longer merely well-read. You are a creator, an innovator, a problem solver of the highest order, an authority not by title, but by demonstrable, undeniable competence, a living embodiment of the power of concentrated effort. To facilitate this crucial shift, I urge you to cultivate what I term the deliberate practice of thought. This is a disciplined mental exercise where you consciously train your mind not just to absorb information, but to actively manipulate, interrogate, and synthesize it within your specialized niche. It involves regularly asking, how does this new piece of information challenge my current understanding? Where are the gaps in existing solutions? Can I connect seemingly disparate ideas within my field to forge a novel approach? It is an intentional effort to move beyond passive understanding, to actively seek out contradictions, to hypothesize, to mentally construct and deconstruct, thereby transforming your intellectual capacity into a powerful engine for innovation and original contribution. This systematic mental training ensures that your specialized knowledge is not merely a static reservoir, but a constantly flowing river of dynamic, creative insight, perpetually generating new value and solidifying your indispensable status in the marketplace. This is how your mind truly becomes a fortune-building asset. We have spoken of the invisible barrier of generalized knowledge, and then illuminated the radical power of specialized knowledge as a value multiplier, cultivating within you an indispensable status. We have also explored the profound shift in mindset required, moving beyond mere information consumption to a relentless active apprenticeship of the mind. Now, the time for theoretical contemplation yields to the imperative of decisive action. I present to you not a mere suggestion, but a potent, time-bound blueprint for your personal transformation. The 90-day deep dive. This is not passive learning. It is an active engineering of your future, a deliberate cultivation of the very wealth you seek. Consider it your concentrated effort, your definite chief aim for the next 3 months, designed to crystallize your specialized knowledge into tangible, undeniable results. Your initial step, and perhaps the most critical, is to identify your magnetic niche. This is not merely about selecting a field you find interesting. It is a far more strategic endeavor. You must seek the precise intersection where your genuine passion ignites, where your natural aptitudes naturally flourish, and crucially, where a significant market demand exists, a palpable need that the world yearns to have satisfied. Do not fall into the trap of pursuing a passion without considering its market viability, nor chasing market demand without the fuel of genuine interest and inherent ability. This confluence is your magnetic niche. It is where your unique contribution will find its most enthusiastic audience and its most generous reward. It is not just about what you like. It is about discovering what the world needs you to master, a problem crying out for your specialized solution. Dedicate time, serious, reflective time, to uncovering this singular point of convergence, for it will serve as the unwavering compass for your entire 90-day immersion, focusing your energies with laser-like precision, eliminating all extraneous distractions. This definiteness of purpose is the first great law of achievement. Once your magnetic niche is firmly established, your next commitment must be to the 3-hour daily immersion. This is a non-negotiable decree. Every single day, without exception, you must dedicate 3 uninterrupted hours to deep, focused study and, more importantly, application within your chosen niche. This is not time for casual browsing or distracted engagement. It is a sacred block, walled off from all external interferences, where your entire mental faculty is concentrated on mastering and advancing your specialized knowledge. Eliminate all distractions. Silence your devices. Create an environment conducive to profound, uninterrupted thought and deliberate action. This consistent, concentrated effort, day after day, week after week, will build momentum that is almost miraculous. It will compound your understanding, deepen your insights, and rapidly accelerate your journey towards mastery. This unwavering commitment is the foundation of self-discipline, a trait essential to all who achieve greatness. The third vital component is to create your specialized knowledge stack. This moves beyond merely consuming existing information. Your immersion must involve a multifaceted approach to internalizing and expanding your expertise. This means not only devouring the most authoritative texts and research within your niche, but actively seeking mentorship from those who have already achieved mastery. It means engaging in relentless experimentation, testing theories, breaking down assumptions, and building prototypes of your own ideas, however nascent they may be. It means reverse engineering the successes of others, dissecting their strategies, and understanding the underlying principles that drove their achievements. And critically, it involves creating your own projects, your own expressions of your specialized knowledge, forcing you to move from theoretical understanding to practical output. This active, multimodal engagement with your subject will forge a depth of understanding that passive learning can never hope to achieve, creating a robust and resilient intellectual framework. As you embark on this intense journey, you must diligently document and iterate. The path to specialized mastery is rarely a straight line. It is a dynamic process of discovery and refinement. Therefore, maintain a detailed journal of your insights, your breakthroughs, your challenges, and crucially, your failures. Each experiment, each new piece of information, each moment of introspection must be recorded and analyzed. This rigorous documentation allows you to track your progress, identify patterns, and learn from every step. Do not shy away from mistakes. Embrace them as invaluable data points in your quest for refinement. This iterative process, where you constantly learn, adjust, and improve based on tangible feedback, is what transforms raw effort into polished expertise. It is the very essence of perpetual growth, ensuring that your journey is one of continuous improvement, where every misstep becomes a stepping stone. Finally, and often overlooked by the solitary learner, is the imperative to seek the mastermind alliance. While your deep dive is intensely personal, Hill's timeless principle of the mastermind is never more relevant. Identify individuals whose specialized knowledge complements your own, whose strengths fill your gaps, and whose perspectives challenge your assumptions. Form a strategic alliance, a collaborative unit dedicated to the mutual advancement of your respective expertise. This is not about competition, it is about collaboration, about leveraging collective intelligence to solve problems that no single mind could conquer alone. The synergistic effect of a properly constituted mastermind group will amplify your insights, accelerate your learning, and provide invaluable feedback, propelling your specialized knowledge to heights unimaginable in isolation. This alliance will serve as a powerful force multiplier, ensuring that your dedicated effort yields exponentially greater results, transforming your individual pursuit into a collective ascent. These are not mere suggestions. This is your blueprint. For 90 days, commit to this deep dive. Don't just watch this video, do this challenge. Your commitment today, your focused effort, your relentless pursuit of specialized mastery is the undeniable investment that will determine your wealth tomorrow. The clock has begun its count. We have meticulously laid the groundwork for your transformation, illuminating the precise path to cultivating that formidable asset I call specialized knowledge. You have embraced the notion of the 90-day deep dive, committing to a focused endeavor that distinguishes the earnest seeker from the casual observer. But what does this profound commitment truly yield? What does it mean, fundamentally, to come back different after these intensive 90 days? The answer extends far beyond the mere accumulation of financial resources. It speaks to a metamorphosis of the very essence of who you are, a profound reshaping of your inner and outer worlds. Many pursue wealth as an end in itself, a singular objective that, once achieved, promises an elusive happiness. Yet, my studies revealed a more complex truth. True, enduring wealth is rarely just about the digits in a bank account. It is, more accurately, a byproduct, a natural consequence of a cultivated state of being, a reflection of the value you consistently provide and the individual you have become in the process of providing it. The different you will embody at the end of this challenge is not merely a wealthier individual in monetary terms. You will be an individual imbued with an unshakable confidence, a profound sense of purpose, and an exhilarating realization of your own boundless capacity. Consider the nature of this confidence. It is not the superficial bravado of the uninitiated, nor the fleeting arrogance born of temporary success. This is a confidence forged in the crucible of sustained effort, born from the undeniable proof of your own focused mastery. It stems from knowing, with absolute certainty, that you possess a skill set so rare, so valuable, so uniquely honed, that it places you in a category far above the general masses. This is the quiet, powerful self-assurance of one who has delved deeper, practiced more diligently, and understood more profoundly than their peers. It is the deep-seated conviction that you are not merely capable, but exceptionally competent in an area that truly matters. A competence that grants you an inner stability immune to external fluctuations. This is the true bedrock of inner freedom. Hand in hand with this confidence blossoms a profound sense of purpose. When you commit to specialized knowledge, you are not merely learning facts. You are identifying and then answering a specific call, addressing a particular need within the world. Your efforts gain direction. Your days acquire meaning beyond the mundane. This purpose is not externally imposed. It emerges organically from the depths of your cultivated expertise. You cease to be a wanderer, adrift in a sea of options, and become a navigator, charting a deliberate course towards impactful contribution. This clarity of purpose acts as a powerful magnetic force, attracting resources, collaborations, and opportunities that align with your specialized mission, bringing an order and direction to your efforts that had previously been lacking. And then, there is the exhilarating realization. The moment dawns when you comprehend, not theoretically but viscerally, that opportunities no longer need to be relentlessly pursued, but rather they begin to seek you out. Your specialized knowledge transforms you into a magnet for success, an epicenter of innovation within your chosen field. Problems that once seemed insurmountable to others become solvable in your hands. Ideas that remain abstract for the generalist crystallize into actionable strategies for you. You become the go-to person, the sought-after consultant, the indispensable innovator whose insights are coveted and whose contributions are indispensable. This is not happenstance. It is the natural consequence of having cultivated unique value, making yourself profoundly relevant to the needs of the marketplace. The world has an insatiable appetite for true expertise, and once you become that source, the world will come knocking at your door. This magnetic attraction extends beyond mere financial opportunities. It draws to you influential connections, challenging projects, and collaborations that would have previously been beyond your reach. It allows you to shape discussions, to lead initiatives, and to leave a lasting imprint on your industry or community. This is where specialized knowledge translates into profound personal satisfaction, a fulfillment that transcends the fleeting pleasure of acquisition. It is the deep joy of making a meaningful contribution, of seeing your unique abilities utilized to solve real-world problems, of knowing that your focused efforts have genuinely improved, created, or innovated. This sense of being truly effective, truly impactful, is a reward far richer than any monetary gain, cementing your legacy and validating your life's work. Consider the illustrative journey of someone like Mr. Alton, a man I studied meticulously, though his name may not be widely recognized. He began his career with a broad, foundational understanding of mechanical engineering, competent but indistinguishable from hundreds of his peers. He toiled, but without exceptional leverage. It was not until he made a deliberate, audacious decision to immerse himself, not just in engineering, but in the then nascent, highly specific field of fluid dynamics for high-pressure industrial systems, that his trajectory irrevocably shifted. He committed to an obsessive study, spending nights in his small workshop, performing his own experiments, scrutinizing every obscure text, seeking out the few true masters in the field for guidance. For years, he was dismissed as eccentric, overly focused, but when a critical industry-wide problem arose, a complex issue of valve failure. In extreme conditions, it was Mr. Alton, the forgotten generalist turned obsessive specialist, who possessed the precise esoteric knowledge and the experimentally validated insights to devise an entirely novel solution. He didn't chase contracts. The most powerful corporations in the nation sought him out. His specialized knowledge wasn't just a key to wealth, which it became in abundance, but the key to profound influence, to being seen as a visionary, and ultimately to becoming the absolute best version of himself, a man whose genius was undeniably applied, transforming an entire segment of an industry. Your specialized knowledge, therefore, is not merely a key to wealth. It is the master key to becoming the best version of yourself. It is the catalyst for unlocking your innate potential, transforming latent capabilities into overt, undeniable power. It is the pathway to living a life defined by impact, by purpose, and by an inner contentment that comes from knowing you are operating at the peak of your abilities, contributing unique value to the world. Embrace this vision of your transformed self. Understand that the journey you are on is not just about financial gain. It is about personal revolution, a deliberate ascent to your highest self, guided by the timeless principles of focused effort and cultivated mastery. This is the ultimate promise of the 90-day challenge. We have traversed the landscape of principle, from the subtle trap of generalized knowledge to the illuminating power of specialized mastery, charting the course of the 90-day immersion and envisioning the profound transformation that awaits. Now, we stand at the threshold of choice. The theoretical scaffolding has been meticulously erected. The blueprint for your personal revolution lies before you, clear and undeniable. But a blueprint, however perfect, is merely inert potential until acted upon, until the hammer meets the nail, until the commitment translates into an unyielding, consistent effort. This moment, then, is not merely the conclusion of a discourse. It is the beginning of a decisive turning point, a summons to action that will irrevocably shape your future. Consider this: every great achievement in human history began with a definitive decision, a moment when thought transcended contemplation and solidified into an unwavering resolve to do. Are you content to remain a passive observer of your own life, perpetually wishing for different circumstances while clinging to comfortable inaction? Or are you prepared to step into the arena, to embrace the rigorous discipline required to forge yourself anew, to manifest the wealth and influence that are the natural consequence of focused, specialized contribution? The answer to these questions dictates not only your financial trajectory, but the very essence of your personal fulfillment, your legacy, and the impact you will leave upon the world. The time for deliberation has passed. The time for decisive action is unequivocally here. The 90-day clock has begun its relentless march from this very instant. It is a period demanding not casual interest, but fervent dedication. It is a crucible designed to burn away the dross of indecision and procrastination, leaving behind the pure, unadulterated metal of mastery. Are you truly ready to stop wishing and to truly start mastering? This is not a rhetorical question meant for superficial agreement. It is a profound inquiry into your deepest intentions, your willingness to confront the discomfort of growth, to embrace the relentless pursuit of excellence within your chosen niche. This challenge is not merely about gaining knowledge. It is about cultivating character, forging an indomitable will, and aligning your actions with your highest aspirations, transforming your very being in the process. If, After this exposition, you feel an undeniable stirring within you, a resonant call to transcend your current limitations, to redefine your capabilities, and to seize the reins of your own destiny. Then I urge you to make your commitment known. This public declaration, even in the seemingly simple act of acknowledging it, creates a psychological anchor, solidifying your intent and amplifying your resolve. It signals to your subconscious, and indeed to the universe, that you are serious, that you are prepared to engage in the necessary work, to make the sacrifices, and to endure the discomfort required for monumental growth. This is a crucial step in the process of auto-suggestion, programming your mind for the success you envision. Therefore, if you accept this profound challenge, if you are ready to embark on this journey of self-transformation and wealth creation rooted in specialized knowledge, then let your intention be manifest. Engage with this message. Let your commitment resonate not just within your own mind, but within the collective consciousness we are building here. The act of openly declaring your intent is a powerful ritual, setting in motion forces both internal and external that will conspire to support your journey. This is your opportunity to carve a definitive line in the sand, separating your past self from the magnificent future you are about to engineer through deliberate, focused effort. Finally, understand that this is not merely a video you have consumed. It is an invitation, a solemn call to rewrite your financial destiny, anchored in the unwavering, timeless wisdom of principles that have lifted countless individuals from obscurity to unparalleled achievement. These principles are not theoretical constructs. They are living, breathing guides for those with the courage to apply them. Your future self, the individual who will emerge from this 90-day crucible, transformed and empowered, will look back upon this moment with profound gratitude. That future self, possessing newfound clarity, unparalleled skill, and an unshakable sense of purpose, will be the living testament to the power of a single deliberate decision made today. Do not deny that future self the opportunity to exist. Begin your transformation now. The choice, as always, is entirely yours.